Welcome back. It's Andrew, your crypto guy on the internet, back at it again with a monthly checkup. And things are interesting, if not a little confusing for people. So I'm going to give the upside case and the downside case, and you decide for yourself what you think is going to happen. Now, this month is a little awkward because the new month of May kind of starts in the middle of the week, so things might be a little slow to get rolling. But looking at Bitcoin first, we are seeing a nice little breakout from this downtrend that we were stuck in from the start of the year. We're above the year-to-date VWAP, that's the blue, and so we want to make sure this stays as support for us. And it looks like we're looking to retest that soon, and that's okay, that's healthy. So your VWAP retests, the weekly has already occurred. The monthly retest, which should kick in about anywhere from 2 days to a week, that is a little lower. That's about 73,000 right now, which makes sense. You want to retest this volume and use it as support. So the bullish case there would be like you're coming down right around this area, and then you pop back up. And if you pop back up, the target for me is between 82 and 84,000. I'm going to go over multiple strategies that people use. If you look at the CME gap that we left behind here, this is giving us about 84,000. So CME is, a little higher than spot. So I'm looking for CME around 84,500 and spot a little below that for longs after this retest plays out. You also have, remember the Silicone EMAs that we used? So we have the 21, the 55, and the 200 EMAs. And we're getting a little bit of a cross from the 21 and the 55 to the upside on the daily chart. So that means your next target is the 200, and right now that's about 82,500. And if you slap a fib on this recent major move, that puts you at the 618 is 79, which we got rejected at initially, but we're contending with it nicely. And then the 786 is 84,000. So you have multiple strategies all pointing to the same kind of area, 82 to 84,000. And then our oscillators from Market Cipher B has some horsepower, nice smooth curvature to the upside with the money flow here on the daily chart. Looking for 82 to 84 seems reasonable to me. But then what happens? Well, I think you get rejected there. You have this all-time high VWAP from right here, this white line. See how oppressive this thing is? Like anytime you get to it, it pushes you down. And we are in the first year of a new cycle, and the first year of the Bitcoin cycle is generally very bearish. And that's okay. That gives us a way to buy at a low price and then ride it out for the following 3 years. So I think you do run up to this all-time high VWAP, which again is at 83.8, 84,000, same area we've been talking about. I think you get up to here, contend a little bit, get some people excited, and then dump again. And then where do you dump to? Well, you have a couple spots you could end up. We do have this rising trend line. You could retest that line. You could retest like the 382. It's about 72,000. There's a bunch of volume there. Or you can give it up completely and then retest the range low here at about 60K. But if I'm going to think bullishly, it's only for a short while. Looking for that 84, then we're opening up a fresh short, or looking to. We're going to reassess. I'm going to set some alerts there. Now, what kind of altcoins have been interesting? One, H has been my hero this month. I got in at 10 cents, rode that up to 14.5. At 8x leverage, it paid the bills this month. Very nice. But then you are running into this descending trend line plotted from October, the high, and then we touched it a second time in the middle of February, and now we just dealt with it a third time, and it looks like we're getting rejected there. How low do we go from here? So I'd be looking for a fresh long entry, probably around like high 11s. Okay, your April retest is a little lower, about 10.5 right now. So it could get interesting again, but you are running into the conclusion of this giant triangle that has been forming. And which way does it want to go? Does it go back and forth and fail, and that's the end of this coin? Or does it go back and forth and break to the upside? Because look at how much room you have to party. If you break out of this trend to the upside, your easy long targets are like 18.5, and then your next one is 20s. Now, as for the news, the Iran discussions keep going back and forth. We're just going to have to watch that. And then the Fed meeting is coming up here in 2 days. but they're not going to change any interest rates. It's really more about what's Jerome Powell going to do to finish off his tenure, and then how do we feel about this new guy, Mr. Warsh. Now, Mr. Warsh seems pretty even-keeled to me. I don't think he's going to do anything wild. People think since Trump picked him, he's going to start cutting rates right away. I mean, he also picked Jerome Powell, and Jerome is the driest, most predictable dude we have, and the market still went wild under him. The rates stay steady for quite some time. We have this meeting here in 2 days, and then nothing in May, and then we join again in June. So I don't think you're going to get an exciting market really anywhere until this Iran thing gets figured out for real, not just some fear or greed that pops in randomly in the middle of the week. We need an actual conclusion to this Iran thing. I think it'll be all right. I might pop in a little more often. I've been on Instagram constantly. And the thing with this crypto market is I release a video and then everything can change in a day. So if you don't want to miss the easy ones that I'm showing people, join me on Instagram at CryptoGuyOTI. See you guys next time.